next topic that we'll be getting into is tracking receipts that you will be uh, uh, issuing relating to payment received from your customers. Customers can make you payment by cash, draft, bank transfer, check, so many different ways, right? Now, you have to record all of those in the system, and also you have to update your invoices saying that this invoice payment has been received, this invoice payment has been received, this invoice payment has been received, and so on. So people will now be able to enter and track receipts against customers. Okay, so how do we do that is what we are going to see now. First, we'll be going to accounts receivables. This part is the receivables part, which is the receipt part of it. Okay, and this is the section, this is the receivables dashboard. Here you can again review the customer accounts. Here you can see how many receipt batches, how many unapplied receipts, unapplied credits, and so on. And on the right hand side, if you click on this, you get the task where you can record receipts, you can manage customers, customer balances, you can do the accounting, you can manage the accounting periods, you can open, close, just like your regular GL periods. Here you can search for receipts based on receipt number, customer account number, or the date. So let's start by creating a receipt. Here you can create receipt manually, or you can create receipts in spreadsheet. You can also create remittance batches. That means remittance batches are collection requests that you send to your banks so that they can go and get the money from the source, from the customer's bank. So let's create a receipt first manually. So the first step here is you will enter the business unit, which is US1 business unit. Okay, check or EFT, electronic fund transfer. Let's keep it as check for now. You can put a receipt number. Okay, and you enter a amount. Let's say $10,000, or let's say $4,000. Okay, and these will default receipt date, today's date, accounting date is today's date. All right, now at this point of time, let's say you don't know anything else about this receipt. Somebody paid some amount you want to now, or somebody called and said you don't know the customer number, you don't have the customer name details, so you can just save it. Okay, all right, and just submit it. SP001. So let's search for that now. You can go to manage receipts, or you can go to the search option. Either way, it's fine. Starts with SP. So this is my check. When I open the receipt here, you will see a different set of fields here. Okay, the field shows accounted amount is 4,000. That means you have received 4,000. Unidentified amount, that means you don't know who is your customer. So that is why we are saying it's an unidentified amount. So $4,000 is lying as unidentified because you don't know who has sent it. Okay. Now let's say you go back, you ask the person, or the person who had made you the payment called up and said, hey, I made you a payment of 4,000, but you have not issued me a receipt. So here you can go and now issue a receipt. Oh, sorry, this is the customer, right? So you will be recording the customer. let's say you know who is the customer, and then you will record the customer details. So here this unidentified now becomes unapplied. Okay. Remember the stages. When you enter your receipts, please review these details. Unidentified is when you don't know the customer. When you enter the customer details for your receipt, it becomes unapplied. Okay. And then this is total applied amount, on account amount, and all these are different stages. Now, we want to apply it against a particular invoice. So I'll go to add application and I can pull up any customer references that I know. Okay, let's say 707 it was. So this is 60,000 is due against this particular invoice. Okay, out of that we have paid 4,000. Got it? Now let's say instead of 4,000, I pay only 2,000 against this invoice. The customer might say that, oh, just take 2,000 from that previous invoice and 2,000 you keep it with you in the next invoice, you can adjust. In that case, you will get on unapplied amount as 2,000, applied amount as 2,000. Got it? What it means is the amount that you have settled against an outstanding invoice is 2,000, which is this applied amount. Got it? Anything that you have in your account, but you haven't yet applied it, or it could be an advance amount, all those are kept either as on account or as unapplied, depending on the customer scenario. Okay. If you want to add something else, you come here and add it. Maybe you want to add it as on account. Okay. And in case you want anything else, you can always go back. You can add more invoices. That you want. Got it? You can search for and you can pull up more transactions. Got it? Okay. Now let us save and close. Just like you did accounting for your invoices, here also you can do the accounting and you can say post to ledger. Okay. Once it's posted to ledger, you will be able to see that transaction in GL. Okay. If you want to look at the accounting, you can look at the accounting here. This time round, it will be opposite of the transactions. So receipt created, unidentified, cash, and here see the breakup has also gone into different account. Unidentified cash, unapplied cash. Okay. The accounts are set up at the setup level. So depending on what has been defined, these accounts will be visible. Okay. Right or wrong, they all belong to what they have. Okay. Now you can add open receivable here also. Here you will be able to search by everything. Okay, it's basically an open search against that particular transactions. Okay, you can see all transactions for that person. Got it? Okay. Now let us, sorry. Okay. Now let us go to GL and check the receipt that has gone from receivables to general ledger. See, it is showing you these are your credit memos. These are your receipts. Can you see this? 8,000, 8,000. And let's see if this is my receipt or any other receipt. $2,000. Is there any column reference here? Okay. When you click on view transaction, you will be able to see that original transaction. Okay. This is indeed ours, SP001. And you want to look at the accounting, you can look at the accounting from here as well. Okay. Here it gives you the journal batch references, journal, which batch, so you can copy it and keep it for your reference, because anyways, we are coming through the batch only. But got it, everybody? Let me repeat the steps one more time and we'll create another receipt, which we'll treat in a different way. Now, let's say the customer has given us another receipt, which we are now going to enter in the system. Here also it is a check. Receipt number SP002. Okay. And initially it will be unidentified, but I am straight away going to do it as customer. So I get my customer details. Right now, it is in what state? It is unapplied. Okay, because I have already given a customer reference. If I want to add invoice details here, I can come here and I can search by any of these options and give a reference number. That is one way. Other way is I can add open receivables and here we can search. Okay. So there's only one receipt and that I'm going to put here. Clear, everybody? Okay. Now I'm going to submit it. Let me search by today's date. Now see the SP002 has also been recorded here. 3,000. It is right now 3,000 total applied. It is unapplied. Oh, I didn't save that. So this entire 3,000 I'm going to book. Total outstanding was 58. Against that 3,000 has been recorded. So after 58 minus 3 is 55,000. So I now save and close it. And of course, I can do the accounting as well. And do post to ledger from here also. So this is the SP02 that will be pushed to the GL. Now, we have seen so far that you can update and you can upload the invoices and record the receipts, transfer it to GL, post it against a particular invoice and all that. Correct? Now, it might happen that after you have recorded the receipt 3-4 days back, the bank informs you that the check that had given has bounced or the bank transfer that was initiated has failed. But you have already recorded a receipt there, right? So in that case, what you can do is you can come here and issue a reversal. So when I click on reverse, I will be able to create a reversal. So what the reversal will do is it will have the opposite effect. Okay, it will clear out your outstanding, whatever you had, and you had to you had recorded it against the invoice. So that invoice will also be freed up. See, 3,000 unapplied, And usually there is a separate account that gets hit for reversals. Let's go and see in GL. This is the receipt created, SP002. Okay. We want to look at the transaction. See, the status is reversed. Okay. So this is the reversal journal that has been recorded in the application. So this 3000 is the credit. If you look at the debit here, okay, receipt created, SP002, view the journal entry, or you can say view transaction. Everybody got it? Anybody, any question? Good.